Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're going to take a look at the new Lokix with the fast move of Counter. So today we're going to have a team here that is quite bulky in the back and quite squishy in the lead, with the Lokix now having access to Counter, having a very unique type. I don't really know all the time what I'm doing here because I'm sometimes confused about the typing as well. I don't know if there is a different Dark and Bug type Pokemon. I can't really think of any right now. So Lokix is kind of unique in this kind of regard. We're going to have a decent-ish charge move set, I would say, because we're going to have Dark Pulse plus the Exeter. Exeter is a Surf clone, Dark Pulse is... I don't know if there's a Dark Pulse clone, but yeah, it's still kind of a decent double step combination, and Counter gonna give it way better coverage, plus also give it better energy generation and damage output, which is quite nice for this Pokemon. We see already does quite some decent damage against the Skarmory. As our backline is a double weak to Skarmory, we kind of have to keep our Lokix around here, as they're going to have the Hakoma O here, which we're going to decide to use a shield against. Not too sure if this is going to be a smart play or not, but as you're gonna see as well, we can go for an aerial ace, hopefully get the shield from the opponent. I think this would be better for us, but they let the move go through. So now it's down to Lokix against the Skarmory that has two shields, hopefully now one after this charge move. And this is going to be a very, very close matchup for us. Let's see what the opponent's going to do. They're going to go for their own charge move now. They definitely going to knock me out with that one, but can Lokix still win this game for us? Lokix can go for the full farm down and win this game with a 1 HP and a dream. So, against Annihilape, and actually the typing is quite decent against Annihilape. Thanks to the Bug type, Counter is neutral, and thanks to the Dark type, both Shadow Ball as well as Night Sash are going to be resisted. So, especially against something like an Annihilape with a lot of energy, you're going to have a great time with your Lokix, which is quite cool. Anyway, we're going to have here the Manton as a secondary Pokemon that we face, which is really bad for us because we kind of really want to have alignment still, or yeah, we still don't really do a lot of damage against the Annihilape back though, which is the issue, unless we're going to get up to a Dark Pulse, which is only neutral. And so I kind of want to align myself, but it's going to be a tough one, as he can swap out here at least. And they have a Golbat in the bag. If I had Future Sight, I would have been able to win this game so easily. And there were, I think, another game as well. You see every single game, by the way, that I did with this team here today. I went 7-3, which is quite cool. You see every single game here from this team in this video as well. So definitely feel free to check out all the footage so you can see exactly if Lokix is good or not. And also, while you're at it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy those early showcases for the newly buffed Pokemon. Lokix itself is actually quite decent now in this scenario because, as you're gonna see, we're going to be able to let the move go through. It's going to be that Shadow Ball, and we see it's resisted. And so we can swap out the opponent swaps onto the charge move into the Manton that also had an aerial ace stored, and we can say goodbye to that one as the opponent decides to forfeit. Next opponent coming through, Horrible Lead again. I have to say for sure, Lokix typing is quite an issue. If you think about like the weaknesses of this Pokemon, Fire is quite an annoying typing to deal against, or Flying type Pokemon, which are basically everywhere right now. Like honestly, Flying type Pokemon are taking over. Even though we have this season of Thunder Punch, I don't really think that really changes anything for it. I really hope that we're gonna get the new move Electro Web next season, because that would be kind of cool as like an Icy Wind clone to make some electric type Pokemon a little bit bulkier. Electric types kind of get screwed up from the CP formula in Pokemon Go, because they're usually very speedy, and very speedy Pokemon are kind of frail and yeah, usually not as great for PvP. So as you can see here, we're going to at least be able to knock out the Skarmory with our Lokix. Can we still somehow do something in this battle? We're going to encounter, yeah, an Annihilape in the back. There's not a lot that I can do here. You see already Counter is neutral. Counter is still doing quite a lot of damage. I'm going to go for the bait. Double resisted. The opponent is going to call that. And so we're actually still going to see here how much damage a Dark Pulse is going to do against an Annihilape. Around 50% of the health. And so we're just going to forfeit here. There was no way of winning this game. Speaking of no way of winning this game, look at this. Like, literally look at this. Typhlosion in the lead. Shadow Typhlosion. In comes is the Titan. And, yeah, the opponent definitely enjoys those new buffs as well. So Titan is definitely on the list of Pokemon that I want to showcase as well. So definitely stay tuned for the showcase for this Pokemon. But, the opponent is going to very likely have, like, a triple buff team, I would imagine. At this point, the opponent decides to go ahead and go for an Avalanche. I let this move go through it. I feel like it's my only way of playing this game. But we have to hope there's something in the back that we can still deal with. They don't go into the Typhlosion, allowing me to go for an Exeter against the opponent's Crafty and get them kinda low, which doesn't help me because Moonblast most likely would have one-shot them anyway. And so, yeah, what do we do here? We're going to be able to at least shield up one foul play, and I can still go ahead and go for another Moonblast. Let's see if they use a shield or not. And they decide to go ahead and use no shield. And so it's down to the Typhlosion, which has already 3 fast moves, so 60 energy at this point, which can be also already a Blast Burn, which you can see here. They have 2 shields. And we're kind of screwed. Like, honestly, we are kind of screwed at this point. Complete hard counter, but they let the move go through. And they go for an extra fast move, which they didn't have to do. And we can catch a move. And this is going to be the Blast Burn. And somehow they actually still needed 2 more fast moves to go for a Blast Burn, which allows us to farm them down. I have no idea how this game happened. I don't know how we won this one. Next opponent, the Carbink in the lead, is quite an awkward one. Better than Bastion though. Bastion would be an instant loss kinda for this team, for like the lead matchup at least. But yeah, like honestly, the typing is quite horrendous for Lokix. Lokix typing has so many weaknesses, like, and not fighting but flying, like the fire typing there as well, and the fairy typing, and like honestly, there's so many types that are currently quite common, so it's kind of an awkward typing for sure. But here we will see that the opponent is going to have foul play on that Sableye. We can still go for an aerial ace. Is it going to be enough to knock them out? It is not, but we can put them perfectly into farm down range. And so we can align ourselves, and this is very important. The Carbink with a rock typing, which is also super effective. We don't really want to have that one against our Lokix. And so we're going to be able to go for the dig here against the opponent, get them low. Not low enough for one Grass Knot, but they swap out, and it's going to be the Trevenant. And here the typing is amazing, because everything they have is going to be resisted. Shadow Ball, not really a problem here, and we can go for the super effective Dark Pulse, which is going to connect, is going to do quite some decent damage, knock them out straight away, and Lokix actually did something which is kind of nice, at least here. The opponent still has a chance here if they're gonna get some Moonblast debuffs, but they don't, and so, like, yeah, this game is kind of over. This is mostly not going to be enough, but should put them into farm down range, I think, for the Psycho Cut exactly. And so, yeah, this game is definitely over. We can even go for another another Grass Knot here, just hit a few bubbles and win this game quite easily. So, let's see what the next opponent is going to run here. Dragonite. Shadow Dragonite is a very bad lead for us. Again, like so many flying types. I definitely did not have a lot of positive leads here today. Definitely lost most of them. But still, a lot of times we came back already. So hopefully can come back from the Dragonite lead here as well. As they decide to go for the Dragon Claw. And they decide to swap out now. And they have a hard answer for me in the back, which is going to be the Tapu Fini. And now I kind of have to make a choice here. Because I get the dig off, get them kind of low. My choice was to go into my Cresselia. Now I was thinking, do I just go for the Grass now and knock them out? Or do I swap out now and go for the counter down with my Lokix? But looking at the health here, I don't think that a resisted counter down would actually be happening here. And so I'm forced to go for a charge move. Hope that there's something in the back that Lokix is good against. It is going to be a Weezing. I make a mistake here. I know that this mistake literally does not matter at all, but I decided to use a shield, which is not really something I needed to do, because Brutal Swing is going to be resisted against us as a dark type. I just like sometimes actually got confused with the typing here. But it is what it is. We're going to still try to knock out the opponent's Dragonite at least, which we're going to be able to do. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Let's move on to the next one. Again, if we had Future Sight on our Cresselia, we would have been fine there in this matchup there. So yeah, maybe this would have helped as well, but anyway, we're going to see here the opponent having a Lantern. Lantern got nerfed, and honestly, the nerf is so significant, which we see quite a lot of times here as well already. I did some battles as well before that, which you maybe saw already with Typhlosion, where the nerf was already in there, and like the difference between the damage output from before, like it's just like so crazy on how much worse the Lantern now got, which is good because I don't really like the Lantern, and I don't think anybody really likes to play against Lantern. It's still viable, like people can still play it and still a decent Pokemon to use. It is just not that overpowered anymore, which is quite decent, I would say. Here we will see the matchup against the Mandiboss. We already got some nice damage in with the Lokix, and now we can try to reach another aerial ace in time. This should just be an aerial ace from the opponent, because they just went for the charge move. I would imagine that I can still overfarm by quite a bit, and hopefully can still reach another charge move afterwards. Here we will see that I can knock them out, and they're gonna decide to go ahead and go into the Wigglytuff, and this is going to be a tough matchup, and I kinda have to keep my Gligar alive. Why? Because I need to keep this to clear my debuffs later on. This matchup against Cresselia will take quite a long time, but it's an important matchup for sure, as we have to hope that I don't know, like, I honestly don't know how we can win this game here at this point, because Ice Event is going to be so impactful. You're gonna see it here now with the next Grass Knot that is going to land. Grass Knot, I don't know if Moonblast has more damage per energy, but like Grass Knot is better most likely here in this case, but as we can see here, we would have needed to hit at least 2 more Grass Knots against the opponent's Wigglytuff, but as you can see, we can get them quite low, at least against the Lantern, and I can swap out onto the Surf, and this is basically the game here already. Like, what is the opponent supposed to do? I can just go for the full farm down with my Cresselia, gonna go for 2 Grass Knots. That is going to definitely be enough. I could have also went for 1 Moonblast, which most likely would have been enough as well, but here this is the safer play, like 1 extra fast move, and this is going to be it for this game. We can move on to the next opponent. So, let's find out what they're going to have. Here they're going to have a Gligar, and as said before, like, Gligar was just, like, everywhere. Like, I kind of want to see how many leads I lost in this video here today. I feel like 90% of the leads were a straight loss. Like, it's not even that it was, like, a close loss or whatever. Like, most of them were just, like, Fire-type Pokemon or Flying-type Pokemon. And so, Lokix in the lead is maybe not the ideal Pokemon. Maybe we could talk a little bit about Lokix in general a bit more. I feel like this Pokemon only going to have potential in very limited metas. I could see it having some play, maybe in like metas where the Vigoroth is going to be quite common, because at least you can still have neutral damage from counter, and you do super effective damage with your counter. But outside of very, very limited metas, I can't really see that there is really a play for Lokix. Like, I don't know, like, it looked better on paper than it actually was. Maybe the meta is going to shift though, which I could see as well for the new season at least, where maybe this Pokemon is going to be a little bit better. Maybe it's going to get a better charge move as well than Dark Pulse. You could also go for Trailblaze on this Pokemon, which I doubt would be way better for it currently. Dark Pulse is kind of a coverage move that you need for Skarmory and also any other flying type Pokemon. And so, yeah, sadly, Lokix is most likely not the best Pokemon to play in the Go Battle League, but I still went 7-3, so, like, I can't really complain too much. I still went way positive, but this team definitely got carried by especially Cresselia. Cresselia has busted. Like, this Pokemon is one of the best teams, best Pokemon that you can run in the Go Battle League for sure. Yeah, let's see if we can still come back from this horrible lead that we had. We're going to have now Lokix against the Lantern. Can we win this matchup? It is going to be quite close, but because you got this move off before they went for their own charge move, I would outspeed them even if they try to go for the double Surf, and this would mean that we would win this game. But let's see what the opponent going to do here. They go for the Thunderbolt. Actually better for us, because now we have a little bit more, space here, especially if they want to try to catch the move, which did not work out for them. We can knock them out with the Dark Pulse and win this game. Second to last battle for today, we're going to have a Deoxys in the lead, and I should have stayed in here. I should have stayed in for a little bit. I should have went for a charge move. I am sorry about this. I just thought again, oh, we are Dark type, they have counter, they do super effective damage. No, they don't. We are also part of Bug type, and so, yeah, it is kind of sad. Here we can still go for a dig at least and try to get a shield, which we definitely going to lose afterwards anyway. And if you saw my video for like the top 10 secret buffs for the season, Deoxys was one of them. And so definitely most likely going to make a video about Deoxys eventually as well for the Great League, because I feel like this Pokemon has a lot of potential in the current meta. Definitely has some potential against Lokix at least. But we're going to decide to swap out here soon on a charge move from the Deoxys, hoping that there's something in the back that Cresselia can deal with. I would imagine it's going to be something like the Umbreon. It is the Umbreon, and so yeah, that is going to be sadly not really that easy to win against. I think this is a team that Xyonix showcased recently as well, very solid team, but again, like, this is also a team that has been around for 10 plus seasons, I think, at this point. It's not really the most creative one. Like, I think I played the same team with like Greninja in the back as well before. It's just like the standard team that you run around the Deoxys nowadays. Kind of sad that like Umbreon with Poison doesn't work anymore in the current meta. I mean, like, you can use it still with the Clodsire, but that's basically the only Pokemon. Kind of still wish that Poison Fang maybe gets like a buff again, and like Nidoqueen kind of has a comeback. But here, I'm not even going to show you how much damage the XL is going to do, because I decide to use a shield here and I don't get to another one. So good game to the opponent. Final battle for today, and this was my favorite battle. By far my favorite battle. Great lead, great Sazor, both Pokemon that we could beat with our little bug friend here. Lokix going to be able to get a shield, and I'm going to try to catch the move here on Cresselia, but it does not work out at all. And so, yeah, we're in a tough spot. We are definitely going to be in a tough spot. I decided to let the move go through. It's going to be Crunch. Now I can use a shield on the next one, but again, it is quite an awkward spot because, yeah, the opponent's still gonna get us low, and they're also going to have a nice farm now with the Sand Slash. I can still go for Moonblast, but like Moonblast is not good thing to knock them out or anything like this. It's going to just put them into the not even deep yellow health, actually just barely yellow health here. And so I can go into my Lokix, but a lot of people don't understand the typing. And so, as they're gonna see here, the opponent goes for a resisted move and has an Azumarill in the back. This is so kinda annoying for me now, because they're going to be a hard answer, and we kinda have to make a decent play here, like a very good play, I would say. We're gonna go for the bait first, and now what we're gonna do next is, because I counted the moves actually, which I barely do nowadays because I'm just too lazy for it, I perfectly CMP-tie onto the opponent's Ice Beam from Azumarill, and this is going to give us at least a chance of winning this game. This game is not over yet. Like, this is definitely not over yet, as I can try to go for, I want to say a double Exeter, but the opponent gonna swap out and makes it easier for us. Exeter is slowed now right now as well. I can go for the double one. We have both of them stored. It could have even went for the Dark Pulse. And with this, we're going to be able to win this game. And as you're going to see here as well, I am going to claim my set here as well to see and show you that this is like not cut or anything. There's 4-1 for this set, 3-2 on the other one. And so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you then.